Good. Yeah. What it do, yeah? It's your brother man from the motherland coming to you guys live from the NY. Back with another one of that RODpod. For those that don't know who I am him. You heard? Mr. Brother Man from the motherland, keeping no commands and terrorizing all religion like a Taliban. You hear me? Definitely want to give a shout out to the ancestors. Definitely want to give a shout out to the creators. Definitely want to give a shout out to the El Capulan deities. And last but not least, I want to give a shout out to you guys because it's through you guys the movement is growing. The following is growing. We almost at 30K on IG. We had 11K, I believe, on TikTok. You know, we almost to 140,000 on YouTube and Rumble. We just now tap in the 100 mark. So shout out to all of you guys, man. Nothing, all of this would not be if it wasn't for the ancestors, the creators, the El Capulan deities, and all my AKs and ACs worldwide. Round of applause for that. So a lot of you guys know I've been missing in action. A lot of things that I've been dealing with, personally. Nothing major, but just, self-reflecting and also trying to understand why we are in these conditions. And being around other nations and being in the homes of other nations, you pick up a lot of things. And one of those things that I picked up, and I come to the conclusion that our situation goes beyond religion. Religion is just the tip of the iceberg when it's pertaining to our situation and to why we are suffering. It's nothing to do with no curses. This is just common knowledge. Let's just put it like that. I come to the realization that the main reason, not one of the reasons, but the main reason why Black people are going through what they're going through is because the Black man and the Black woman are at odds. And I'm not talking about like odds, like I don't like the color purple and you like the color red. No, this odd is beyond the odd. We are now where men are competing with women to see who dresses better as a woman or as a man. We are now in a space where women is demanding a man to do this. We are in a space where man is demanding women to do that. Complete division amongst the two. And I'm watching these other nations. And I'm watching how they're together, how they are established, how their children is not filling up the prison system. And yes, I get it, guys. I get it. The odds are against us. The system is corrupt. I get it. But because the system is corrupt, it's even more reason why we should be sticking together and not trusting and relying on the same system that we know is corrupt. Now, I want to play some videos for you guys so you guys can understand that the biggest issue that's going on within the Black community, and we're seeing the aftermath of it, is the fact that the Black man and the Black woman no longer want to be companions, no longer want to be partners, no longer want to be the front or the back, the 12 and the 6. We no longer want to do that. We are now, and like I said before, we are now in a space of competing with each other. Yeah, listen, Men are competing with women. Let me say that again. Men are competing with women. Listen, it's so bad that men woke up and said, I want to be a woman then. And I'm going to apply for the Olympics. I'm going to run track. I'm going to play volleyball. I'm going to play everything that these girls are playing. And I'm going to break every record. And I'm going to smash every face because my strength goes way beyond the strength of a woman. This is what's going on. We are competing with each other instead of being there for one another. And listen, what I'm about to say and what I'm about to show you guys is gonna shake some feathers. But these things has to be said in order to fix it. Let me show you guys.
Baby, will you ride for me? If something never happened, baby.
I want you guys to see what's exactly going on here. Let me make sure you guys can hear me. I want you guys to see exactly what's going on here. And yes, I muted the song because for copyright reasons, we don't want no problem. But I want you guys to see exactly what's going on here. I want you guys to see exactly what's going on here. This is what you call unconditional love. This is what you call unconditional love. And until the black man and the black woman are willing to do that for each other, there will never be no rise. There will never be no exodus. There will never be what you think is going to happen until that is a norm within the black community. Until that is a norm in the black community. Let's run that back. Let's play it again, because just for those that just forgot to tune in, and for those that's gonna tune in later, I want you guys to see this. And shout out to the sister for that, because this is what you call phenomenal work. This is what you call an Eve to the Adam. This is what you call the sun to the moon, the fire to the water, the sky to the earth. This is what it is. This is the universal balance that we need. This is what you call the universal balance that we need. You see, you allow these people to feed you wrong ideology to make you think that it is okay to be around the world. They want you to disrespect your last name. They want you to dishonor your ancestors. They want you to do that, but they would never do that, but they want you to. This is real. I'm here to put an end to the madness. I'm here to put an end to the madness that is destroying us. I'm here to put an end to the madness that is destroying us. And you guys are looking, instead of us as black people, diving into the problem, we come up with excuses. We come up with foolish belief solutions into fixing our problems. We think going to church on Sunday or keeping the commandments on Saturday or doing these feasts, whether it's the Hebrew nonsense or the eating bread and the drinking blood, all this madness, we doing all of that, not paying attention to the real issue of the black community, which is the black man and the black woman are two apart. We're not one no more. We're not one. We're not at that space where the woman will fight and die for her man. We're not there no more. We're not there when a woman loves and honors and values her king as he is. We're not there no more. We've lost ourselves. We have fallen and believing into their ideologies. We have been bitten. We have been bitten by the of the evil. And the only way to fix these problems, the only way to fix these problems, we gotta first address the cause. What is the cause of the division between the black man and the black woman? And the first rule of correction is to admit the wrong. But you know what the problem is? The black man is not admitting his wrong. The black man is not admitting that it's because of our actions and our decisions. It's into why we are in these circumstances. And it goes beyond what you guys are seeing today. It goes beyond into what you guys are seeing today. We was doing the foolishness since back home. And it started when we started involving ourselves into their ideology. It started when we started giving our daughters, our cousins, our sisters to these people as prize in return for something. These are the things that was going on, and you guys are witnessing. And you guys are witnessing. Hold on. Okay. And you guys are witnessing the aftermath. Slavery didn't come because of the women. Slavery came because of the man. Single parent households didn't come because of the woman. Single parent household came because of the man. You see, once the man is broken, it's easy for the opposite man to get in. Whether it's the European or the system, they're going to get in. And when they get in, they don't come because, like, if you watch the movie Sinners, when you invite them in, they don't come to sing Kumbaya. Kumbaya comes after the destruction, after the control, after the genocide. That's when Kumbaya comes in. But you guys are not paying attention. You see, we are the cause of this problem. We need to stop looking at the women because the women are the aftermath of our decisions and the shit that we've done. The reason why women is all over the place is because the man didn't keep his end of the bargain. It goes all the way back from the beginning to now. We are the only race of people that is imbalanced. Let me show you something. Hold on. Let me pull this up. Hold on. Let me pull this up. I want you guys to see this. Make sure I got it. Hold on. Pull this up. I ain't got it yet. Hold on. Let me share this. I'm going to play this for you. I'm going to show you something.
percent of white kids in the U.S. grow up with married parents. 88% of Asian kids. 7% of white kids in the U.S. grow up with married parents. 88% of Asian kids. 62% of Hispanic kids. 38% of black kids. That's not blaming black moms. That is acknowledging that, only 38% of black kids in this country have the benefit of married parents in their home. That gap in family structure will continue to perpetuate advantage and disadvantage across the generations. Many people don't want to touch this topic, or they're writing me off as a scold because they don't want to go back to stigmatizing single moms. And hopefully you would agree with your assessment of my book. I am not stigmatizing single moms in any way. But do people want to promote a social convention of dads if you have a child? Don't disappear, right? That seems like a behavior we might be okay stigmatizing, right? Like not being committed to helping the mom or the child.
Now, of course, I had to play this because I want you to know that statistics show this is not my belief or my assumptions. These are the facts that's going on in this world right now, where statistics show that the mass majority of incarceration, the mass majority of death of children are the black families. And one of the main reasons is because the children are being raised imbalanced. They don't have a balance. We don't have balance. We are the only nation that doesn't have balance. Why the Asians got 88%? 88% of Asians are together because I was about to say 88% of them do karate, but yes, they grow up knowing balance. They know physics. They have to learn these things. When you see their schools and what they're learning in school, they have to learn these things. So they understand the importance of balance. We, on the other hand, we don't know these things. Not only do we not know them, we don't care to learn it as well. And that is a problem, a severe issue that nobody wants to address. Nobody wants to address it. Everybody is, shh, mind your business. Shh, mind your business. This is my life. This is my child. I don't want this man. He's this, he's that. We all in this type of time. We got all this animosity towards each other, but it's like, where was this animosity when your legs was open? Where was all this animosity and all this anger and all this hatred when your mouth was open? Where was all of that? So we do the most righteous thing, the most universal thing God, the creators, allow us to do, which is reproduce. We do all of that. And the least that we have to do is be with each other and deal with each other and raise this child accordingly. But everybody got their own perspective. And of course, everybody got their own belief. When you speak to people and you ask them, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, the first response they're going to say is, well, I don't have to believe that. Or I don't believe in that. Or what what I believe is this word belief came with religion. So when you use the word belief, it literally gives you what you call a justification to not accept the facts and the truth of the matter. If I give you a belief, if I say, yeah, the sky is blue, but I believe it's red. I don't believe it's blue. It gives you a reason to have an argument and to justify the foolishness and to justify and go against the truth. Knowing that the average person could look into the sky and say, this is blue. Or the background, oh, that's red. But somebody could honestly say, oh, that's not red, that's turquoise. Because I believe that's turquoise. I don't believe that's red enough. This word belief has to be removed out of the vocabularies of every single LQBulan and AC, AKs and ACs worldwide. This term, word, whatever you want to call it, has to be removed from our vocabulary. Has to. because it's making us overlook the facts or put the facts to the side like the facts don't matter. Like the facts is not what needs to be addressed. You understand? The fact of the matter is that we are in a situation that's not being addressed. And if it do get addressed, it's not addressed eternally. It's just a band-aid. There's no surgery, nothing, no operation, nothing is taking place when it's pertaining to this issue. But everybody want to put a band-aid. Or people want to open up the wound. For example, this movie Straw, and I'm going to talk about it. You know, where it's all about opening up the wounds, have women even extra more bitter, make women go down memory lane where they're angry, frustrated. You know what I'm saying? It's bad enough we got a severe separation. Let these homosexual directors. This nigga became famous trying to be a grandma, bro. No, like when I first seen it, I didn't think it was funny. True word. This nigga got famous in trying to be a black grandma. The disrespect to the grandmas that really did grandma shit for us, bro. Listen, grandmas is probably the most important piece within a black household. A grandma. And then you let this bate boy come on the scene and disrespect every single black grandma. This man even had old ladies and old people come on the show to even insult the elderly even more. It wasn't funny. Joanna man with a gray wig, that's not funny. Have you ever seen this man in real life? This nigga is tall. That's not funny. Did you see the shoes he had on? That's not funny. And we continue to invest our time and money into this man and what his agenda is. His agenda is to continue separating the black man for the black woman so he can make it his business to take all these black men. Come on. How are we not seeing this? How can a okay. I digress. I'll save that for another time. You know, I gotta say it, man. How can a man born with man thoughts, man attributes, characteristics, how can a man sit back and put together an entire script of women's struggles? How can you feel that? How do you know that? Even if my woman was to talk to me about what she went through, I could never understand it and feel it from a woman's perspective. Can you imagine me writing a story and going down memory lane and, you know, opening up traumatizing situations upon black women? Like, yo, bro, this is a man. Do he have children? Like, what is his personal life like? Why are we continuously giving these people, these sellouts, our support? How much damage do the black woman needs? Don't you think it's time for us to start healing? I think it's time for us to turn another leaf. Like, okay, mama, you've been hurting. Yes. You know, the last situation you was in, it was terrible. I get it. I understand it. Come, you with me now. Let's heal together. Let's talk. I don't wanna know about your body count. That's not shit niggas need to know about. That's weird. You know what I'm saying? That's just weird. Which was the next question you're gonna ask? Was their dick bigger than mine? It's like, come on, bro. Like, that's weird. Like, where are we doing this at? This is what I'm talking about. That's weird. And if that's not, and if you want that girl to just have one, then continue searching for that girl to have one. If you're looking for a minimum amount of body counts, then continue searching. They are here. There's too many fishes in the sea. And they're waiting for the piranhas. They're waiting for the sharks and the whales to pull up. You dudes don't want to pull up because you niggas want to sit down. You don't want to stand up and piss. You want to sit down. You want to squat. You don't want to stand up 10 toes down and not be frigid. I had a conversation with the Wiz and I told her, I said, listen, the black race has gracefully bowed out. We tapped out. We have given in. He said, how? I said, check this out. Look, I said, the black man is so weak. The black man said, listen, if I can't get with them, I might as well compete with them. If I can't join them, I might as well compete with them. I might as well prove to them that I'm a better female version than them. There's a whole campaign running around right now. Let me share my screen again. Hold on. I want to
87% of white kids in the US grow up with married parents. 88%.
Hold on. Let me share my screen. Let me make sure it's up. Let me share my screen. And I'm on my Instagram. Okay. I want to share my screen. Safari. There we go. I want to share my screen. Now, look at this. Look at this right here. So while you thinking about your childhood, let me give you. Well, you could watch you could watch the rest of it on. You could watch the rest of it on my IG. Follow me, please. You know what I'm saying? We had 29,000. You heard? And that's part of the reason why I've been MIA. I've been trying to build up my Instagram account and stay consistent with the things that I talk about. You know, trying to keep it at a couple thousand and have everybody engaged. You know what I'm saying? These are the conversations that people don't want to have. But I decided to devote my channel and my platform into expressing that, into letting people know the importance of having both parents, letting people know that forget what I'm saying, forget how I feel, forget what you think, forget what you believe. Let's just go based on universal law. Everything is a balance. Anything that's out of balance will always fall. And when it falls, it probably will never get up because that missing piece was never put back or never healed strong enough to stand and continue walking, talking, and living a universal balanced life. We don't have that. This is the reason why the music is the way that it is. This is why the music promotes separation from man and woman. I remember R&B. I'm sitting back and I'm listening to old R&B. I was like, damn, look at how this song was always lovemaking and coming together with your woman. But I understand why at that time they was pushing that, because it was gonna create competition amongst women, because now women is looking at the man as the prize. Right now we're looking at women as the prize, right? So at that time, when you see these beautiful R&B songs and he's laying with her and she's the women built up a hatred towards each other. And then what it was also causing was breakups. Oh, you cheated on me. You this, you broke my heart. You have another baby. This, the stuff that the things that men did, effortlessly when we was in control, right? Is now being ostracized and viewed as evil and dangerous. Let me tell you, it's so crazy now. These people put laws now. Oh, you cheated on your spouse, you going to jail. You going like right now. And this is why the R&B music came out. And then now you started seeing the other version. They was gradually converting our minds. I want to show you this post. Let me see if I have it. I know I was supposed to be showing you all these guys. I was supposed to show you guys all this post, but I forgot. Hold on. Damn. I think I forgot to save it. But basically, that post was showing you the evil that comes with the music industry and how they purposely put pieces there to configure the minds, right? Hip hop is the number one genre of music for a reason, because it promotes chaos, it promotes adultery, it promotes sex, drug taking, things that's gonna make you dependent and rely on them, whether it's today, tomorrow, next week, next month, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. They're going to come a time where you're going to need them and they're going to decide what they want to do with you. And all of this is because of us. It has nothing to do with nobody else. We have to establish order within ourselves, within our community, within our households, in order to fix what you guys see as a problem outside. Stop blaming the man, stop blaming the woman. Let the man look himself in the mirror, say, yo, I messed up. Damn. I'm sorry. And ladies is gonna look at the man and say, yes, you did. Damn, I forgive you. And then you're gonna say, all our children, all our baby mothers, all of that, we're gonna all come into one house. We're gonna all get rid of the Euro-Christian ideology. We all gonna look each other and say, look, this fight is bigger than me and you. We need to fix our community. We need to bring it back to the Black Wall Street mentality. We're gonna put all that aside. We're gonna acknowledge our slip-ups. We're gonna acknowledge our fuck-ups. And yes, you're going to have those that's not going to comply. You're gonna have those that's gonna use it as an opportunity to take advantage. I know. And we are prepared for that because the ancestors is going to remove them. That's not for you to decide. You just sit back and you just watch. You don't allow them to be in our space. We don't allow them to be in our conversation. If you're not here to restore order, by default, you are an enemy, and thy enemies cannot stand by thy feet. Okay, that's how you get defeated, when the enemies stand by thy feet, and you can't stand by my feet. Period. Okay, and when we get that established, when we start coming outside and our women is dressed immodest, not sexually, so other niggas can look. When men are not being enticed by women in their tight skirts and their tight pants and they open, when everybody's dressing modest and clean, When everybody say hi, how you doing? Yes, when I say modest and clean, I'm talking about the days of old. You know, back in the 50s and the 60s when you seen the black girl with them skirts and the high heels, that's what we need to go back to. Yes, all of that is necessary. Why? Because in those times we depended on each other. We in those times adultery was very low. In those times, murder and suicide and cheating and all this nonsense was very low. Guess what? Guess what else was very low, black people? Imprisonment. You was arrested because you was black. You wasn't arrested because you was acting black or acting their new black, their version of being black. See, their version of being black is a nigga that's jack, is a nigga that sell crack, is the nigga that's slack, is a nigga that can't stack and probably like it from the back. This is what they've created and this is what they're putting out into the community. And this is what you guys are watching every single day. Monday through Sunday, you seeing what they have created in your community. How did they get there? Easy. They got into your front door. Remember the movie Sinners? He says you have to invite them in. Guess who invited them in? You, black man, because you fell for their bait. They said, come outside and come eat this. You went outside and you ate that, forgetting that your wife is at home. Forgetting that your son is at home, your daughters is at home. And when you was no longer there and they knew that, they was hanging by the window shield. They knew that. They came knocking. And they came knocking in the way of gov.gov, nigga. And they said, we will give you what you need. Don't even worry about it. The nigga gone, we got you. He did a crime against the law that we created, against the drug that we gave him. We got you. We got you. Who made the girl, who made the black girl a chicken head? The black man. Who introduced drugs and alcohol to the sister? The black man. Who installed extra trauma after the trauma and after the trauma? The black man. Who's to blame for this problem? The black man. How do we fix this problem? The black man. So where does the black woman stand in this? Oh, she plays a major role. But the black woman is not going to move until we move. Remember Ludacris? When you move, I move. Just like that. Remember he started rapping and the girl was like, just like that. The universe always gives you signs. You just not paying attention. I'm here to give it to you. You just not paying attention. I'm here to give it to you. When you move, just like that. They're waiting for us to move. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up, black man. You've been sitting down pissing way too long. Since 2008, you've been sitting down peeing, nigga. Time to get up. Time to open up the windows. Time to put down the sugar sweets. Time for you to eat some solid alkaline food. Time for you to learn how to do 50 push-ups. Time for you. Before you go blaming the sister and say it's your fault. I'm this, I'm that. Do what I just told you. And see if they're not going to follow suit. See, a woman wants love. A nigga want respect. But how can you be respected when you allow your children and your wife to be interjected? You allow them to get bite because you were supposed to be at that window like Malcolm X. You were supposed to be at that door like DMX. but you rather chase them whores. You rather sell their drugs, play with their guns. You rather aim and kill your own and beg for mercy when the euros come. If this doesn't wake you up, I don't know. But this is what this platform is going to be focused on. Because like I said, I've come to the understanding into why we are suffering. It's because we are an imbalanced nation. And at 38% of us in the United States, can you imagine the percentage of those that's in the UK, those that's in Australia, those that's in every place outside of El Kebulan? Can you imagine the statistics? Whether it's 38, whether it's 58, whether it's 78, if it's not 100, we have failed, people. They are the ones that's telling you what is a passing grade. That's not God telling you that. They are coming to the determination into what's law, what's passable, what's real, what's fake. It's not God telling you that. It's time for us to re-question and reprocess everything that was placed before us. The time is now. Tick tock, tick tock. It's your brother man from the motherland. Came to you guys live once again. Continue supporting, like, comment, share, subscribe. Hey, I guess I'll be back on 11 o'clock. Shout out to Black Girl Magic. Shout out to Bountiful Princess. These are my moderators. And shout out to all those that's been tuning in. If I forget your name, if I don't know your name, and I know you've been supporting, sharing, and like, follow me on all social media platforms. Tune in, support it, come outside. We working on phenomenal things. I just ordered me something to get my shoulder right, speed up the process, the healing process. I definitely want to have boxing classes for the youth. It's free of charge. We're not charging nobody. If you do want to make a payment or a donation, please, we accept all things. But the goal is to teach young Black men how to defend themselves, try to stay away from, ammunitions and the shit that's gonna destroy another family household. You understand? No parent, no whether father, mother, single parents, double parents. Nobody wants to hear that their child has been unalive through gun violence or just foolish, heinous activities. It's important that we teach our children how to fight, let them knuckle up, whether it's in a boxing gym, whether it's in the playground, let them knuckle up, whether they get their ass whooped. And when you get your ass whooped, take it like a man, shake his hand, and go about your business. Okay? We're losing way too much comrades, way too much soldiers. You know what I'm saying? We're glorifying the terrorism these people done into the community when we should hold them accountable. Like, look, man, instead of, trying to cause terror within the community, why don't you teach these young boys how to clean a strap, how to aim, how to do this? Because some of us can't afford to go to the gun range. We can't afford it. So teach us. This is what we need to do. We need to establish order. But you know why that's not in that child's mind? Because 9 out of 10 times that child is imbalanced. And if that child comes from a balanced household, it does not override the mass majority of children that's in a single parent household. So that single parent household child will plague into that mind of a child that got both parents, and that child will end up getting caught up into some shit. And with that being said, support the movement. I am him, junnstheNBIC, and I'ma holler at y'all. One. Which one is X?